What? Juicy daggery. Is that Danny Dyer or Phil Mitchell? Anyway, how to turn a carpeted bathroom into a beauty LVT. Let's go. So, popping up the old gripper. So I've got a mixture of nailed down and a mixture of stuck down that pulls out bits of concrete as well. So that's a bargain. And yeah, just chiseling away with this crowbar that I've got. But the stuck down stuff seems to come up better if you just smash it with a hammer, so give it a couple of those. So once you've got it all up, time to get the old slurping vac up. Get every little tiny bit up, and little bits where it's glued down that I just can't get off the floor. It's just not coming up right, it's not. So, they're staying down. Moving on to the P131 1:4 water mix ratio primer. You plop that into your applicator tray and then get your roller and let it slurp up some, and then we're going to prime the floor. So this will bond any loose dust together and give the levelling compound that I'm going to use something to key off. And yeah, we find this one works well. Never had a problem with this primer. You can get other ones out there, say Ardex's, or you can get the grit bonded ones, but yeah, the P131 works a treat. And then for you edge queens out there, a little bit of off-colour carpet there. Wow, magic. So don't worry, she's fully primed. Ardex CL as always, wouldn't leave home without it. Latex and mixture. Give it a good old whip up on the customer's grass so I don't ruin up their paving until it's nice and creamy. And then tip a load out. Check out the perfect circle that made. Pretty good. So being a small room, got the old plasterer's trowel out, nice and shiny. And then just going to give the smoothing compound a little tickle around. We're not scraping the floor, just giving it a nice little glide. And then just the tip into the corner, very nice. Yeah, so just gliding across the top, we're not pulling it around too much, just giving it enough momentum to get around the corners, get it tight into the edges. Nice little corner shot going in again, old gorilla arms here. But yeah, so that's all down, looking pretty nice and glossy, and that'll take, well, 6 hours they say, but I'll come back the next day anyway, so I'll be back for that. The very next day, don't know what song that was crap. So yeah, all levelled out, nice and smooth, and then basically sand off any high spots and give the glue something to key to, using these carbodium blocks. Might have seen them around, they're quite good, a bit easier than sandpaper, a bit more hardcore, really gets it in there, it does. And then undercutting the architraves here, you can see they're either undercut or poorly fitted before, I'm guessing undercut. So I'm blazing through the bottom part of it first, got no sound on, I'll do the sound effects. Yeah, you know this stuff's horrible, isn't it? So you've done the bottom bit, then get an offcut of your flooring of choice. It's obviously upside down, it's not black. And then go over it again, try to angle slightly upwards on the inside. So you're nice and flush, but it's fully cut away underneath. Ripping through there. And then once you're happy with that, trying to get most of the crap from underneath away. And checking that it does push in at all the places you want. It's nothing worse than there being a little bit of grit there and you can't get it under. So the overall look will be lush. The main man Hendo there, crack him on, time to give this place a good old slurp. And basically you have to vac to save your life here, getting every last little crummy off the floor. You leave any on the floor now and yeah, you'll just be annoyed. Putting a tile down, you feel a little bit of grit underneath. Yeah, it's not going to work. So whipping off the end, getting all the corners, slurpies. even hitting up on top of the skirting board just to get any loose dust. Beauty. So measure out, oh, hello, cup of tea. Yeah, measure up where you want. The customers asked for it to be central in this area. So, yeah, 5.5 looks good, everything looks good. Decide to chuck a few around the corner, make sure we're all good. And now, we've got this horrible ½ a centimetre gap. So I'm going to have to move all that up. So it won't be central in the middle, but it's not going to be a crappy little fill-in. So I've got my centre line, and then 2 plank whips across. I've got a glue line. Popping in with a creamy F46 A2 trowel, the baby one today, the baby trowel. Nothing wrong with a small trowel now. So whipping up a bit of this creamy good. Getting some nice glueies, and then I'm going up to that line there. That's where I'm stopping. So that's basically the biggest area I could get at a straight line. Nice and tight to the edges. Make sure your trowel's doing the work here. And yeah, that's basically glued up as far as I can go. There is the option, I could have done the whole room dry and then glued after, but I tend to glue first. So once that's dried naturally, of course, it's now touch dry and see-through. It's not that white glue anymore. So now we can chuck a couple planks down, and then basically I tend to sort of start in a corner and work my way out with the plank, just loosely laying it out, make sure it's bang on tight, giving it a good old rub down, being pressure sensitive of course. So yeah, next time you'll see I basically hit that bottom right corner first, give it a little twizzle round, and that's where you work, and then laying it out should be easy. Giving it the occasional pull back, trying to get it nice. We don't want no gaps. So looking sweet. You might be like, yeah, so that's easy. How do you do the cut bits? So I'll give you a little demo. If you were doing it dry, you wouldn't have to overlay, but we're doing a overlay plank with your full plank. It does go under the skirting here, which is bonus for me. So I'm going to have it under there, using a hook knife. Now I get a little bit at the ends there, which allows for a blade width. So I'm going to have to come in, being a small bathroom. Lovely. Give it a score at the end of the plank. And then it should easily snap, and then mark the cut edge, always save some time. And I'm going to undercut the back of the vinyl. This just allows the front to be, well, the top to be the most forward part of the plank, so you're not seeing the black line of the backing. And here it also goes under the skirting, so I'll just pop that one down. Bonus. Freebie. So no glue on the back. This is my scribed in bit of the architrave. If you all like to see these ones. And I haven't even tried it yet. This is me trying it for the first time. So easing it in. Nice little crunch in there. Completely tight. And then working it round, making sure it's under the architrave. And we ain't got no short bits. That's looking pretty good. Lush. Ooh. Double okay. So once you cleaned out, done it all, time to get your roller out. Just going to use the hand roller in this small room, applying as much pressure as possible on that one, and then yeah, that's it. Job's a good one. Nice little LVT one, kind of fiddly to be honest, the small areas, but yeah, looking absolutely mint. Catch you on the next one, guys. Dagger out.